Hey, it's Garrick and welcome back to my channel. Bear with me as I'm fighting this cough. So right now, I actually have a pretty unique setup going on right now. I have my Sony ZV-E10 in the background recording the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is recording in ProRes. So in this video, it's not about the results of the recording on the ProRes. It's actually about the rig that's actually set up here. I want to give kudos to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson actually had a video that he posted not too long ago about a similar rig. I kind of made some modifications to it. I actually got inspired to actually go out and get some of these accessories to make my life a little easier when it comes to vlogging, when it comes to recording videos for YouTube, and whatever the case may be. And I want to give, like I said, I want to give kudos to Ben, and I made some changes to it, and I want to share with you all what the changes I've made. All right, so let's take a deep dive. Let's go over what I've done here. You let me know if you think that this works. What would you change? And love to hear about it. You can leave that comment below. But let's take a look what we got here. So I do have this Anker charger right over here. This is a great brick. I mean, this thing can go 200 watts. It can charge a laptop. You can charge your iPhone. You can charge whatever accessories at the same time, which is great. The capacity is about 20,000 milliamps, 200,000, whatever the number is. I'll have that information in the description below. But overall, this is a great brick if you are traveling and you want to, doing a lot of recording like I'm doing here. You can definitely get a lot out of this, making your life a little easier. So this actually is charging my phone through the Belkin setup that we have here. Okay, so this is a Belkin USB-C hub that you see here. And if you take a look at what I have here, I'm going to start assembling, what I have here real quick. So the microphone is actually plugged directly into the Belkin USB-C hub. This is a Fulam X5. This is actually a pretty nice microphone setup. If you're looking to get into vlogging and you don't want to spend $329 for a DJI mic, you can get something like this in the low hundreds. And the great thing about this is that it actually comes with the USB-C ports that you can actually attach it directly into the hubs. And then what we have here is the other side. Let me just take this off real quick. But this is a small rig holder that's actually designed for the Samsung T5 and T7. This can fit into a cold shoe, or you can bolt it in right over here or any other spots on the tripod or wherever the case may be. It actually works well with the magnetic MagSafe ring here, so it doesn't ruin anything whatsoever. So that does a pretty good job there. So this right over here is the USB-C hub. I will probably call the distribution hub for the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the iPhone 15 for whatever phone you have. This is a perfect hub to use in this case. It actually distributes a lot of power and speed, which works out really well. All right, so let me go over what I have set up here. This is a nicely rigged double cold shoe. As you can see, I have the mirror on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, well, it depends on how you look at it, I have the Ulanzi VL49 Lite. So the reason why I did a double cold shoe is because depending on how you have your camera set up here, your lens can't be in the middle. And because the lens can't be in the middle, all this is blocking it. So your camera's more pushed over to the left or right, depending on how you have it set up. The mirror being in the middle, you can't see yourself in the middle. You'll end up looking more into the mirror to make sure that you're in position. And that's the reason why I went with this setup, is because now the mirror is pushed over the lens, allowing me to see exactly, where I am in the picture. Because, when we're recording on the iPhone, the phone is never going to be in the middle. It's always going to be pushed off the left to the right. And then where we are, we have to be in front of the lens. So it does make sense to have the mirror on top of the lens. And then obviously the light works out because you're recording in some dark areas. You can definitely use the light to brighten up the room or brighten up your face, or whatever the case may be, or whatever you're recording. So this setup is really nice. And then what I have here is the Ulanzi ST07. This is the mount that's actually holding the Belkin hub. You do need the screw. So this particular screw is going to screw directly into the Ulanzi ST27. So this, I'll have a link below. It comes in a 5-pack and it's fairly cheap. When I tried installing this initially, it wouldn't work. And the reason why it wouldn't work was that you have this big knob here, and by the time you screw it all in, it just stops. So I ended up going to my garage. I found a washer, and you can get these washers anywhere. You go to a hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever works, and you can just put in the washer, slide it in, and I'll put it into the position where it needs to be. So it actually works out perfect. And then with the ST27, this is a pretty cool setup. And this one right over here, as you can see, you can work in multiple different angles. You can tighten it or loosen it and position it the way you want. So whatever is going to work out for you guys. So overall, this is pretty good. So this is going to tighten it where you can't raise this. And then obviously this is going to loosen so you can reposition the camera. All right, let's put everything back together. So let me show you everything real quick. So my tripod is a Ulanzi MT44. This is a great tripod if you want to use on the tabletop, if you want to hold it for vlogging, as you can see here. You can extend it out if you need to, and you can probably use it as a weapon, just in case you need to be safe. I don't know, but don't make it a reason to get this tripod, but you can use it for safety. But either way, right? So off the bat, we're gonna install the ST27. This right over here, you're gonna put on top here. So when you install the phone, you wanna make sure the lens is on top, not on the bottom. Okay, you're gonna mount it into a position here. And the next thing we're gonna install is the Ulanzi ST07. This is the one we're gonna install the double-sided screws. We're gonna screw directly into the bottom here. Okay, and just make sure you use a washer. Throw that in there. Now, if you happen to have like a skinny washer or it's really thin, just double it up. It should be fine. Okay. All right, that's in place. Good. And then the next we're going to install is the Belkin hub. So the Belkin hub, we're going to install it facing down. And the reason why we're going to face it down is because if you have it facing up, the wires can obstruct the lenses. So you don't want to have the wires in your lenses. So you want to have it pointed down. Okay, mount it perfectly here. All right, make it nice and flush. All right, perfect. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install the small rig. This is gonna be the holder for the T7. So it comes with a screw, so you're gonna have to use the screw here and tighten everything up in here. Okay. So as you can see here, it's actually all screwed in real nice. So next thing we're gonna do now is we're gonna put in the SSD. So in most cases here, what we usually do is we would have the wire go up this way, right? Because you actually have the wire clamp here. So in this setup here, we're actually gonna go the opposite. So it's not gonna affect the rings at all. As you can see here, it's mounted, and we're gonna take the wire and plug it in, just like that. Okay, so that's that. The next thing we want to do is we want to install the microphone. So the microphone is really easy. Like I said, in the Fulam, it comes with this splitter for the USB-C. So what we're going to do is take the small portion here, we're going to plug it in like that. The reason why we have the USB-C pointing up instead of down is because you want to see the screen. So we're going to plug it into any of the existing USB slots. Okay, you put it into the second to the right. And as you can see here, I'm not sure if you can see it real quick, but there's actually still room to plug in any other USB ports with the microphone here. So that works out really well. Okay. And the next thing we want to do is we want to install this. And this is just slide everything just right there. This is what everything looks like. I can plug it in, and the light is illuminated here. SSD is on. USB hub is doing its thing. And right here is your perfect setup. So let me give you my thoughts on this. I think this is a great setup. I think that if you are looking to get into YouTube, or if you're looking to become a vlogger, or looking to make more home videos with you and your family or friends or significant others, this right over here is able to solve a lot of things without having to go out and buy a camera. For the most part, most of us have gotten the new iPhone 15s or planning on getting in the near future. This setup here is not only going to work for the iPhone 15, it's going to probably work in some aspects on the 14, but on the 16 and the 17, 18 in the future, this will pretty much work with the newer phones in the future. So overall, I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, anything you want me to review, please leave that comment below. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss out on great future hacks on the iPhone and also updates on my Tesla. All right, everybody, I'll catch you around.